Okay, Taurus. So, interesting. Let's jump into this. You do have the Tower card, but in this deck, I never see the Tower necessarily as a bad thing. In this deck, first of all, how perfect that this Tower crumbled down and is in the shape of a witch's hat. Second of all, look at her face. To me, she looks quite pleased with herself. Sometimes I interpret that as my guides being like, ha, told you everything was going to work out. In this case, I see it's you. Like, everything fell into place. It may have crumbled, yes, but everything fell into place. Yeah. Okay, there's different steps here because you have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is about steps. And when I was cutting the deck to get your cards, Taurus, I was doing it in a different way. Like, I usually cut the deck, move it over, take what's on top, cut, and do that. But I was like, no, I want something from this one that I already cut. Like, that's how I maneuvered. To me, Taurus, this is talking about the steps that we're taking aren't always going to make sense, right? When we're following our intuition, it's not always going to make sense, okay? For example, I recently left a full-time job, and it was helping me to save up money. My goal is to be more financially independent, more financially stable, pay off my student loans, etc., etc. Like right now, I'm really focusing on my finances, okay? I've gone on my spiritual journey, still on it, always will be, worked on healing, worked on the inner part. Now I'm working on the outer aspects, finances, getting a home, etc., right? Would it make sense for me to leave a place where I'm getting benefits, I'm working full-time, and I'm able to save the majority of what I'm making? Really, does that make sense? Absolutely not. But my intuition told me one morning when I woke up, because all of a sudden my job it just wasn't speaking to me anymore. It wasn't resonating with me anymore, my guides are saying. I woke up and I said, I can't do this anymore. And I listened to myself. It doesn't make sense, Taurus, but, my guides are like, don't worry. It'll all fall into place. Don't you worry, okay? So this means that the Page of Wands here, I always interpret this as someone being hesitant. They're like, no, I don't want to follow you down this path. And you can interpret that as somebody else trying to tell you which way to go, and you're like, no, I want to go down this way or go this way. Or this can be your intuition saying, we should go this way. And she's like, nah, I don't know. Follow your intuition, my guides are saying. It'll never steer you wrong. Sometimes it might feel that things are crumbling. You're like, okay, but I followed my intuition. Why is this happening? Give it time. It will sort itself out, they're saying. There is tremendous power in you listening to yourself. So just like in my situation, I have no idea where I'm going to go. I have an idea of where I want to go in my own life, but I have no idea what's going to come from this. And my guides are saying you don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. All you need to do is have faith in yourself and your abilities, okay? I love this power stance. My guides keep talking to me about the power stance. To me, this is you reclaiming your power, standing up for yourself, speaking your truth. Some of you may be thinking about taking school, like maybe a college or university program, or taking some classes and learning. It might not make sense. My guides are showing me all of my interests and all the different programs that I would like to take or classes I would like to take, and none of them seem to match up. But for some reason, I feel guided to explore these topics, these fields. And they're saying, Jenna, you don't realize that all of those classes that you want to take, all of that information that you are researching and working on, you don't realize how that can come together. Each one of those interests could be one of these stones or bricks, and you can use them to build something that maybe someone else has never built before. My guides are saying this type of person standing strong in their power, in their truth. This type of person is a trailblazer. You know, maybe if this is talking about our life purpose or moving towards, say, a career, maybe the path that we are meant to go on, that we are following with our intuition, maybe that career has never been created before. Okay? My guides kind of gave me a snippet of like what I could be doing in a way that my soul understands, but I'm like, okay, that makes sense kind of, but not fully, right? And they're saying, your soul knows it, you don't fully need to know it, okay? We are taking these steps. We are following our intuition. But the Three of Cups here and the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, like to me, they're celebrating, right? There's celebration here. Same with the Three of Cups. Wherever this is leading us, we have no idea sometimes, and that's okay. That is okay. Because we don't necessarily need to know where we're going or how we're getting there, just as long as we follow our intuition and we have a general idea. We do have our own power to decide where we go, obviously, and we need to take that power. But this is us taking those experiences that we've had in our lives. This is us taking our interests, maybe interests that we've never explored before. So they're showing me the word astrology. Some of you might be researching astrology and moving more in that direction. And they're saying maybe some of you use astrology to help people in business or to help people in sports or something of that nature, right? The Six of Cups in this deck, this gives me the feeling of nurturing. Things might not make sense right now, but you are nurturing something, you are building something, you are growing something from the ground up. Because they're making me feel that he started this from seeds, okay? The fact that there's flowers here and there's flowers there. Something on your path, on this journey that's you're being led on with your intuition is going to spark something within you. Something you may have never realized was within you, or you didn't put the puzzle pieces together. Some of these are puzzle pieces that need to come together. And just like this tower, now they're making me feel that, yeah, these are all your life experiences. These are your interests. And they look like a mess now. They don't look like much. But once you start piecing them together, that's where the beauty lies. Okay? That's when we get this look from our angels and guides like, we told you. We told you. I swear my guides look at me like that all the time. Oh, man. So what they're saying here is, even if it doesn't make sense, Taurus, you know, keep moving forward, keep believing in yourself. You have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so in this case, so she's balanced, right? And this cat is jumping on this teeter-totter, or seesaw? I don't know what you call it. It's been a while since I've been at the playground, but we'll call it a seesaw, they said. This cat, jumping on that is going to make her a little unbalanced, okay? But in a good way, my guides are saying, because she's not seeing it happening, but this is just like a redirection, okay? They're saying pivoting. Something might happen with the tower. Don't worry about it. It's just time for you to pivot. Oops. Oh, see? See, I just went like that and moved it out of the way quickly. But my guides are saying, Jenna, when you did that, that was quick, right? And we're not all nicely organized. It doesn't take long for us to shift back into place, okay? When you are working on your stability, on working on yourself, listening to yourself, if something happens, like a tower moment where we pivot, it doesn't take long for us to come back into alignment. And really, maybe that unsteady little bit after those circumstances, maybe that's something that we needed to go through. You never know. You never know, my guides are saying. You never know what you're going to learn when something unexpected happens, okay? So listen to yourself. No matter what's going on around you, stay balanced, stay in your peace, in your inner strength, inner peace. For some reason they had me say that. I don't see this being a bad thing. You wouldn't have that smile. You wouldn't have the 3 of Cups or the 4 of Wands. There's some sort of pivot here, Taurus. But it's going to be a very pivotal pivot. Okay, my guides are being silly. Very powerful. And you're not going to see it coming, Taurus. But whatever this, and a cat is small, okay? In comparison to her, that cat is small. It's not going to be something that's really big, but it will be life-changing. One thing I want to note with the Page of Wands, with her finally thinking, you know what, I'm going to listen to my gut, I'm going to listen to my intuition, that's when the magic starts coming out of her wand, okay? That's when the magic happens. When we listen to our intuition, no matter what happens in our life, even if it doesn't make sense, Taurus, the magic happens when we listen to ourselves. Okay? So, Taurus, things aren't always going to make sense in our lives, unfortunately. If you're like me, I like to know every little thing. I like to have a plan. My guys are like, Jenna always likes to have a plan. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But when it doesn't work, we pivot, and that leads us down our greatest road, they're saying. That happiness and celebration. Okay, Taurus, let me know if this resonates. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I see you in the next video.